Hello, welcome. So, my name's Roma and I'm an instructor in the UK, and I thought it would be really nice for us to just take a moment together in the midst of all this frenzied kind of Christmas rushing around, which I've just been doing this morning. Probably you have too. And firstly, just breathe for a minute. Yeah. Crazy time of year. So if your kids are anything like mine, they're probably rather overexcited right now. My kids are too excited to sleep. Is anyone else finding that? Hi Marilupe. Hello. Hi Steph, nice to see you. Yeah, just comment in the chat box. What are your kids like at the moment? Hi Rebecca. Hello. Are anyone's children like endlessly singing Christmas carols and jabbering about Christmas lists and endlessly talking about Santa and reindeers and all the presents that they want to get for the people they love? That's what my kids are up to right now. So I think at this time of year, we actually underestimate quite how stressed our kids are getting. And, it's the end of a long term, they're getting tired, it's dark, we're supposed to be actually winding down at this time of year, and yet it seems to be quite frantic with all the kind of school activities. And even the excitement, I think, can be a stress. And also these kind of societal messages, this kind of, even if you're not doing elf on the shelf in your family, or you don't talk about naughty or nice, those are the kind of messages that get infiltrated maybe through school or comments from people in the street even. So I think there's this kind of undercurrent of tension around behaviour, particularly at this time of year. And then there's all the kind of expectations that come from receiving a whole bundle of presents all on one day, and how kind of overwhelming and exciting and sort of pressured that feels. So I think either our children are sort of building in their level of stress, or maybe you're a completely ninja parent and you're onto all of this stuff and you've managed to protect them from those kind of stresses, and actually you're just much more available for them at this time of year, and you've stopped working and you've been really present and you've been making gorgeous Christmas decorations together and you're going really slow, and it's actually the extra availability of your attention and the presence that you're offering at this time of year, because you really want to connect with them, you want to make this magical, and it's the extra availability that allows for them to feel really safe with you. So they're feeling like, oh, finally Mom, Dad, you've slowed down, I can really feel you now, I feel like you're really with me. And here, by the way, I've got this whole bundle of feelings that I've been storing up to tell you about when we had a bit more space. So it's either the kind of additional stress or the extra availability and the slower pace. But one or the other, our children tend to be more full of feelings at this time of year than usual. And what that means is that they need our help and our connection in order to offload some of the tension. So either this kind of accumulated, frenzied tension, or just, the feelings that they haven't had the opportunity to work on until now. And it's your extra warmth and extra presence and all the support that you might have around if you've got family relatives that are kind of lightening your load, or just the extra attention from having more people there. And then it would be really straightforward if only we actually didn't also feel stressed about Christmas. So, hi Alison. If it were as straightforward as just, okay, our kids are full of feelings, we're just going to listen to them more, and they'll offload some tension through doing that, through crying or laughing or having a tantrum, with our warmth and our closeness, and they're going to feel a lot better afterwards. Except the times that they're going to pick to go into that are times where we're juggling a lot. You might have your own feelings about Christmas. Hi, Ashley. You might feel pressured to really pull it out the bag for your kids and make this a magical experience for them. You might really want to get everything perfect. Does anyone get a little bit rigid when they're decorating their Christmas tree? I think you do. I do anyway. Has anyone had to rearrange the Christmas tree decorations after their kids have decorated it their way? So we have these ideas about how Christmas has to be, and then we also have this pressure to buy all these presents and get them all wrapped up and decorate the house and make beautiful food and spend time with relatives and all the things that come with that. There might be feelings of not having enough help, or worries about all the mess, or where are all these new toys going to go when they come. We're already overloaded with toys, and now they're about to receive a whole load more. So it's not necessarily that we're going to feel that emotionally available when our children are full of feelings. It might be that they're coming to us and we're actually feeling like, the last thing I can do right now is listen to your upset. I've got 6 million things on my list, and can you just wait? So we're getting snappier. We might not have our usual level of patience. We're stressed. We're getting stressed. So this is the most invaluable time to make sure that we're getting our listening partnerships. And I actually just missed my listening partnership this morning because I'd got too frantic with all the things that I needed to do. But it's just really good to remember that actually the thing that's going to make this whole thing work better, that's going to give us the space to really connect with our children, to help them with the feelings that are driving their off-track behaviour, is actually getting some time for ourselves. So in the busyness and the kind of urgency to make sure that everyone else is having a good time, if we're really going to succeed in that, we need to make sure that actually we're feeling connected, we're getting the emotional support that we need for ourselves. That's going to be absolutely number one through this kind of pressured period. Listening partnerships, for anyone who's new to the concept, is where we take time to connect with another adult, another parent, someone that we have set up an agreement with to listen to one another. So we exchange listening time. You can do that anything from kind of 5 minutes to up to half an hour. And you take it in turns. So one person listens first. You use a timer to make sure that the turns are fair. And in this space, you get to pour out all of your concerns, all of your anxieties, your worries about what's going to happen when this relative or that relative comes, or what might happen if your child doesn't behave well at the family dinner. And just having an outlet for all of this is what's going to allow us to really make space for our children. And it's really useful to be aware that a lot of what is going on, particularly at this time of year, is what we call re-stimulation. So re-stimulation is where current events happening right now are actually reminding us of feelings that we've had from the past. So that happens a lot at Christmas because there are lots of rituals and things that only happen at this time of year that remind us of things that happened when we were little. So it might be that the reason that you get so urgent about how the Christmas tree needs to be decorated is due to something that you're remembering in your childhood. Maybe the way your mother had to decorate the tree, or it may be that a lot of your feelings about the food at Christmas are, stemming back to an old time. You might have lots of feelings about presents. Maybe you received a lot of presents when you were a kid, or maybe you didn't get many at all. The feelings that we have left over about that are going to drive our kind of feelings about how we need to make it perfect for our kids. So it's really good to notice where you can link back some of the feelings that are coming up right now to some of the feelings that maybe arose in childhood. And you can ask your listening partner, what does this remind you of? Or when have you felt like this before? Or you could even use a listening partnership to talk about what was Christmas like for you as a child. And if you want to learn more about using listening partnerships well, there's actually a course that I run called Listening School, which is coming up in February. It starts on the 14th of February. I'll make sure I link it in the comments. And I'm going to offer a free live interactive call tomorrow night at 8 p.m. GMT. And it's called Keeping Your Cool Over Christmas. It's going to be with Alice Irving, who's one of our instructor candidates. And we're going to be going into more depth, looking at some of the feelings that come up around this time of year and supporting you to connect with how you really want Christmas to be in your family. So if you want to join us tomorrow night, that will be on Zoom, and I'll also link to that in the comments. And just before I go, I just want to see if there are any questions. I actually can't. Oh, there's the comments. Yeah, anyone got any questions about helping your kids over Christmas? Hi, Miranda. All right, well, I don't see any questions, but if anything comes up as a result of watching this, you're so welcome to add it to the comments and I'll check back later. Thanks for joining me, and wishing you all a gorgeous, connected, relaxed time, and see you on the other side, or maybe see some of you for the call tomorrow night. Lots of love. Bye.